What kind of kid doesn't show up to his very famous father's 50th birthday? Well, that's the question Brooklyn Beckham is now facing as he skipped out on David Beckham's birthday this past weekend. And now Brooklyn's own wife, Nicola Peltz, is labeling David and Victoria Beckham as toxic narcissists. Let's break it down. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. This Nicola Peltz is being labeled the next Meghan Markle. Look, let's look into what we know so far. It all started with this photo. David Beckham, Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice, celebrated David's 50th this past weekend, and his other three kids were there. Romeo, Cruz, Harper, they showed up. They made an effort to actually be there, as we saw a lot of photos, and even Victoria calling it special memories with family and friends. We love you all. How do you miss this event if you're one of David's kids? I don't get it. And not only do they miss it, but like this Brooklyn Beckham is like married to Nicola Peltz Beckham, who's the Peltz family, is like a billionaire. These two are the richest, most spoiled, entitled people in the world. Literally, the last few things that he's posted about his family were all to promote his hot sauce. That's right. Brooklyn Beckham, you know, famous and rich because he made a hot sauce. No, it's because you're David's kid. Let's keep it honest. You're David's kid, and that's why you're famous. And unless David really is like smacking down on you, then maybe don't have him come promote your events weeks ago. Or, oh, here he is doing it again. My dad uses my hot sauce. He must be so bad. Apparently, he was so bad, though, that he can post these, ads on his Instagram, but he can't show up to his dad's 50th. This rich guy married to a billionaire's family couldn't make time in his day to show up to his father's 50th. So what's going on? What's the report? Well, to make it even worse, sources close to Nicola and Brooklyn are saying, well, it's because David and Victoria are toxic, but we want to mend the relationship. I'm sure this will help. They are taking a cue book out of Meghan's playbook. Let's keep it honest. Well, let's do some wang, but we really do want to help. I gotta play it. Yeah, it's fitting here. There it is. We got to do the wang. Look, I don't know what's going on, and who knows? David and Victoria, I totally believe, is full of herself, narcissist. I would not doubt that at all. David Beckham, immensely talented footballer who, maybe has an ego. Who wouldn't at that level? But all I know is they're your parents, dude. You just got to show up and smile at the 50th and not cause more drama. If you want to sort it out, you sort it out in private. But now we're getting these sources come in. Brooklyn and his wife of 3 years, Nicola Peltz, who, again, billionaire who helped make sure that Brooklyn also took her last name. She seems very, in charge in this relationship. They're fed up with David and Victoria, how they treat them, especially after they've tried to patch up the relationship several times to no avail. Now, when I read this, I'm just like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, are you want them to just do what you want, or you want to actually have a conversation to sort out? Because I'm sure they got problems with your entitled selves, no doubt, just like you got problems with their entitled selves. But you got to remember where you come from, my man. Here's what we know. Nicola doesn't appreciate the way that narcissistic David and Victoria treat her hubby. And she's the first romantic partner of his to put her foot down, which they don't like. Now, when I'm reading, look, this is supposed to be the source of Victoria or of Nicola, we're victims. And I just read this as spoiled, massively spoiled. Because again, don't forget, they're not that bad if they can come here and promote the hot sauce, but bad enough to spill to sources how bad. There have been years of rumors that Victoria and Nicola didn't get along. I mean, even just this, who posts a photo like this? She looks drunk. They're always just making out, like staring to the camera in model poses. We're told fashion designer thinks Nicola stole her precious son from her. Victoria, for Posh Spice, thinks that Nicola stole her son, which it does seem like she may have done. And even stirred the pot by interrupting their first dance as a couple at their 2022 wedding by running up to the dance floor and basically pushing Nicola away. This left her in tears. Remember, Nicola went on the record squashing chatter that there were hiccups in the relationship and even gave a story about why Victoria didn't design her wedding gown. Of course, not everyone's bought that at the time. So Nicola's the victim. It's really all Victoria. That's the problem. It's his mom, girl. Yeah, in-laws can sometimes suck, no doubt. Who doesn't have an in-law that's oversteps or maybe has some boundary issues? That I'm not excusing it, but it's still his mom. You don't go publicly bash his mom through sources or what have you. You keep this stuff inside. You just do it. You don't give it to the press so we can all report on it and then make an even bigger riff. And you sure as hell don't not show up to the 50th so you can't be tagged. And so then the rumors spread even further, which is what they've now allowed it to happen. As for David, TMZ is told by a source that he verbally berates Brooklyn on the phone. What does that mean? I mean, sometimes you got to do that. If your kid's an entitled, spoiled brat, sometimes you got to tell him, get a job, call your mom, be more respectful. Sometimes, some might call that verbally berating. Some might say, it's discipline. Victoria tries to smooth things over by immediately sending Nicola a loving text. So there's no proof the former soccer pro didn't just scream at Brooklyn for an hour. I'm not buying this story. I have no doubt he's yelled at his son. I mean, I need to know the context, though. I need to know the context. And also, his son's an adult. His son's an adult now. So, a little bit different than his little kid. That being said, Nicola and Brooklyn are devastated by performative David and Victoria's behavior and feel they are choosing to scapegoat Nicola rather than sit down and talk through their issues. Wow. Again, something is off here. Our insider says the young couple have made themselves available for months and months to discuss all of the ongoing drama, but David and Victoria refuse to talk with her around because she always talks back to them and stands up for Brooklyn. That's what it's being called. Maybe she's just attitude and doesn't listen herself. Maybe she's demanding things that aren't fair. Adding more salt to the wound, we're told Nicola believes she's always supported her hubby's family by attending Victoria's fashion shows and promoting her products on social, but that doesn't go the same. I'm sorry, I see Victoria here at the hot sauce. What are you talking about? This reads like a hit piece. Victoria didn't promote her dog rescue, Yogi's house. Victoria blamed her social media coordinator saying she's not posting content right now. Maybe that's true. Maybe it was not at the best time to go promote that. This idea that, I don't know, there's got to be more to this story. Of course, this update comes after we learned Brooklyn and Nicola flew to London last week to celebrate his dad's big 5-0, but were turned down because they wanted to meet privately before the official festivities commenced. The pair skipped the shindig altogether. Now, reports are saying that's nonsense. They didn't even show up to do that. Now, again, a lot of reports coming in as to what's happening, saying that this is Victoria's worst nightmare to have this girl come in and really just sort of stay away. She has sleepless nights after she and the star worked to rebuild their relations with the Pelts following the feud in 2022. I believe that. She seems like such an entitled heiress. Billionaire dad gets whatever the hell she wants. And I'm sure now he gets whatever he wants and she's keeping him close. And I have no doubt there's a clash of egos here. No doubt. I mean, who wouldn't expect? But this is the mom. I'm sorry. I'm choosing the mom and dad first because unless I see photos of them, completely physically doing something improper or what have you, you gotta listen to the parents. And you as an in-law don't get to rip someone away from their parents and start, ooh, they're really bad. They're narcissists. Everyone's throwing away that term. They overuse that term. And but when what is this all over the social? Who's the narcissists? Who's showing off this? I don't know. What do you guys think in this? As you're hearing more and more, I have no doubt these two are no easy to deal with. I've heard things about her. Yeah, she's got an ego. I'm sure he does too. But I've also heard she's nice. But she's a millionaire, famous person who cares about her appearance. And, yes, they're celebrities. I haven't heard nothing super mean about her. It's been difficult that when Brooklyn, since he met Nicola, there's no denying that it was a family fallout at their wedding, but Victoria and David have worked hard to get things back on track, so this is a real blow. And now there's rumors of this other girl stepping in, dating Romeo, his brother, who used to date Brooklyn. It's a lot of drama. This is the last time they were seen together, which was Christmas. They were together at Christmas, and there she is with Victoria and the family. So I hope they sort things out, and I hope this is not some big fallout. It's sad. No one should have their kids not showing up for big life events. That's bad news, and especially when celebrities do it like this to get the PR optics involved. I just find that all very despicable. And so Is there some drama? I'm sure there is, Nicola. I'm not even trying to say she's the complete Meghan Markle villain that she is. I don't know enough. We can dig deeper if this gets out of hand, but this should have been stayed in private. It should have been stayed, and it all would have had you just showed up to the birthday. You got every means in the world. You couldn't take a private jet out and just show up for the photos and then bail. Like, come on. It's his freaking dad's 50th, and it's David Beckham. The dude's a superstar and a legend in his own right. Sorry, I don't get this. This is too much for me. Am I crazy, or do you think I'm in the wrong? And yeah, Victoria and David must be such big narcissists that their son can now go do this in public. I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Who do you think is the real narcissist in this story? Before you get to the comments, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for all alerts as well, smash the thumbs up, and leave your comments. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming for you here on Popcorn Planet.